They called him Fleabag. A silly name if you ask me. I'm pretty sure that he never had fleas. He was a bit dirty, sure, but how could anyone think that was his fault? I called him Tom. He seemed to like that a lot better. Since he couldn't speak, I couldn't be sure, but I think he did anyway. When I said his name, he looked up at me with those pleading, desperate eyes, and sometimes I felt like he was trying to communicate with me. Not that I could help. I was just a kid. Instead, I did what I could to make his life the best it could be. I played fetch with him all the time. Or, at least I tried. His chain means that he couldn't go very far, but he seems to appreciate the gesture nonetheless. Sometimes when I woke up in the middle of the night, I snuck out to sleep next to him. I always made sure to go back before my parents woke up. They wouldn't like it if they found out. They said that only Fleabag sleeps outside, in his little wooden house. The rest of us have beds inside. We didn't often have visitors, but when we did, my parents treated him very differently. They cleaned him up, gave him lots of food. People would remark how cute he was, and we would all nod enthusiastically in agreement. My parents would tell people how he was shy of strangers, and they'd nod their heads and just leave him alone. During those times, he gobbled down food so quickly and people would laugh and just say that it was like he'd never eaten before. My parents would laugh too and tell everyone how greedy he was. Of course, people noticed how skinny he was also, but my parents always kept saying the right words. Big words that made everyone nod in understanding and drop the subject entirely. It was important that I acted this way, this normal, but otherwise people would get the wrong idea, right? And would take Fleabag away to live with another family, and Dad said they would probably never find him a family who wanted him. I remember the day the lady came. They had heard that he was not being looked after. She asked me some questions and told me that it was very important that I told the truth. I lied, of course. I didn't want him to leave, but it didn't make a difference. They took us both away. Apparently it was one of the worst cases of child neglect that they had ever seen. In our new home, we got bunk beds, so he didn't need to sleep outside anymore. He started to learn some words as well. Not very many, but some. Apparently his birth certificate said his name was Jacob, but I still call him Tom to this very day. He said he prefers that anyway.